but still me relax him. See, Dr. Kofi Michelle, and I pay one crime. They have Richardo, and I pay Namo. And till me everybody are living Waters Hospital. Any CEO and Kasa, Dr. Kofi. Now, maybe not to Basiama. No problem. Right. But still here rushing there. Original also. Original also. Kofi. Need to come on. Yeah. And then let's have it to one. Barcelona. Nico Williams. Barcelona almost better. Almost better Nico Williams. That is the update from Catalonia. They said they will buy.
Don't levels be almost a scout. There's money.
Sikani de no crani ebini ho.
Don't bet out to Nico.
Just almost ton more. And so Barca would have to raise at least 25 million euros to do a deal for Nico. In fact, maybe what we are hearing is that Barca have gentleman's agreements, personalized with Abrantian. And then also me babe catch you say there is a very high possibility say Nico betimi at in salary in so. It's very high, it will happen. Say Nico beko Barcelona. The annual salary is going to be between 10 million to 12 million. The big problem I mean say Barca will face ain't just about Nico reducing the salary. And yeah about Barca ton players because Barca betimi ton players. Barca betimi ton Pablo Torremo. On be Pesca for Jean-Claude Todibo, on be Jika from Monaco from Ansumani Fati. They will sell. The problem is that how are they going to convince Athletic Bilbao for no? Say almost almost mescana in case of Comuciano straight up with inflation. Almost more structure, almost installment and more. That is where the problem will come from.
Payment plan.
Yes, that is where the problem will come from. Because once in a year, Barca will be able to buy Nico Williams all right by Becca registration. Okay, Daniel Momo, issues of registration.
Our court.
Yeah, all of those ones are there. And me, I trust Barca when it comes to financial engineering. The last time I catch you, near Hori Croft Money, Alimani, Mobile, I don't always want to use definite words to say Emma, so it can happen, but it's going to be difficult. And when him, Rich, near Amma, the focus has really come towards Nico Williams now is one, the fact that the player through his agent has been clear, set up a Barca. And Rich, near Barca boys no air or Instagram near no, and you're normal. And there was a post once the updates of Nico Williams came. Oko Instagram ko share na Lamine Yamal how posted this picture of himself and Nico Williams ne Pedri. There was another one. And Simani Fatine Alejandro Balde are on vacation in Dominican Republic. Rich, once the updates on Nico Williams buy now Alejandro Balde are funny phone. No, I can like it post no. Then one before, Rafinha will also go on to go and post pictures of Abrantian. So people in Barca team, players are pushing for the boy to come. Plus, sportsing wise, they believe says our player he is a good player from their left wing. Obi bisa menna say Nico Williams are well Rafinha play.
And no can be bisa.
Rich, Rafinha betimi pra. Lewandowski betimi pra. Lamine Yamal betimi pra. Onu Nico Williams betimi pra. It's about depth. We sat here and we spoke about the fact say Barca team if I look at the Barca team, maybe Sanka strengthening echo at fullback, and I've said it several times. Baude any Kunde Hono. Because Abra season those were the two players who were not available, and the options available showed say they were not up to the standard. Gerardo Martin had the standard of either Baude or Abrantia Yefredo, what's the name, Kunde. Hector Fort is not on that level. So if Barca can really strengthen, say at fullback area, but again in the attack there are a lot of dynamism in episode to be control game. Danny Olmo can play as a false nine. You can have Rafinha, who's in 2 seasons now, why very athletic and he runs the channel very well into a good outlet in the house space. So you can keep the weight with Abrantia, Yefreno, Nico Williams, and then push Abrantia Yefreno, Rafinha in the house space to control the game. That means that now you can comfortably play with Abrantia Yefreno Eric Garcia. means that Niame cannot yasia. Say Barca born a ball nominal formation 4-3-3. If they want to go on with how they are playing, you don't even need to let Rafinha get injured. You just need to have a way that you play the game. Ubetimi about a 3-back no with the ball of Barca Chirimi and Sano. So about Eric Garcia at fullback, it means that you will get Kubasi, Inigo Martinez, and Eric Garcia as part of the back three. It means that you are playing Abranche and Eric Garcia as a fullback. Then on the other side, no, you will keep the weight with Abranche and Nico Williams. Then push in Abranche and Rafinha, and of course Lewandowski here. Then add Abranche and Lamine Yamal. Very very little.
So do you find internal problem? I mean,
yeah,
because yes, say ocean based on sport India, it makes sense.
Yeah.
Team Bias or debtor, it's good.
Yeah.
Especially say Ubinua.
Yeah.
The all body results are very good.
Yeah.
So with me, I'm out the result now. Open. But maybe trying from this angle. We are looking at Rafinha this season. Sorry, season you tell me.
Yeah.
What branch in the body man Barcelona? Ne fair crack.
Yeah.
And when the numbers are,
yeah.
A move class a ballon d'or no deserve the chain.
Yeah.
Lamine Yamal.
Yeah.
So Enkodru maybe. Say me, I don't know Barca for no plans. Say be a bedroom maybe be tricky. Now said the attitude says who a branch ever man cobon number 10 is animal. So cobon number 10. No only Nico never check position about Uncle Pete.
Oye nipa.
Because it's so few or a big boy.
Yeah, oye nipa.
Yeah, Benjamin,
oye nipa, and as you say, oye big boy, you'll be paid. But Rich, every professional player and every professional we are say should understand that competition is what keeps the best companies running. Say, like, Rich, the fact that Ejumare Yaye wahasi o fiasi, you know, say uni one ma Gabi betimat na kunyenim. Abia, he will not do the same thing that Richardo does, but he does it in the standard where, okay, for the short term, it makes sense. The fact that Richardo understands that a lot of things can happen and we need that is very important. And it's same for every other one. Yes, Nipa there, you would want to be the de facto boss and control things, but at the end of the day, that is why you compete on the field of play. And that becomes the job of Hans Flick. Rich, okay, the story of last season here, Kylian Mbappe, Vinicius Jr., when we were all worried about the facts, okay, how is it going to be like over there? These are literally best friends of Madrid team in him. And I think that baby a one shot problem kakra will come for Rafinha is the fact that he is going to be the outsider out of a lot of young boys. Number 4. Nico, Spaniard. Lamine, Spaniard. Pedri, Spaniard. Gavi, Spaniard. Alejandro Balde, Spaniard. Dani Olmo, Spaniard. He is a Brazilian. Maybe that is where when Tian fit in, and of course also something older than Tar Boys we. When Tian fit into how they do, why a little bit by standard cyber park and so there. I don't think it should be there any problems kesi ever for and we'll see how things will turn out. See, Mayenko Club World Cup now, which I think that the competition is beginning to get exciting. And not Chelsea match and then match. There was not a game that Chelsea maybe at that Jose LAFC be Chelsea. For me, there are 3 key things Michelle will give minima. I was very excited about, and Chelsea here, I think you should be excited about. But first one, I'm excited about is this. Rich Obi Oshie game ni Bibia will tell you say Chelsea wings running it. And Ranoni Madueke on the left hand side, it did not work. Pedro Neto on the right hand side. Barring goal no say, you know, he was not good enough. And Metisena Gabi Yusu say Gan where say how is that word to be? It's exactly like Sena Gabi explain, you know. He was not good enough. And Rich, Nyanema air worried can say Chelsea tune Nico on the bench say up winger manaba be shake team lima. Who did Nipo go find by? Tyreek George. So the depth at the wing area, me are very confident in even the defense, especially with say Mamadou Saba. I think that the midfield can compete with any midfield in the world. The problem, however, even after Sir Brian Chefren and Liam Delap Abano, is the wing area and the attacking area. And Enra was not good enough. Enra, although Chelsea for honest still Abrantia, your friend Jimmy Bino Gettins, and the number 1 target for the left wing Honum. No, baby, I know him and boy. No. They've also gone to Lyon to ask of Abrantia, your friend Malik Fofana, or a Belgian international, Obama Lyon, what did 20 years. And imagine what Enzo Maresca wants from the natural wingers, no, up 1v1, so the but Uchi, we are short ending action, and say Dawson, and so to me, boss shot, and so to me, creative assist. Those things are good. The explosiveness on the wide areas, no, Malik Fofana has it, and we're a young player. No, can you say Rich? Leon, they have a lot of problems. I don't know, besides I didn't see Leon Beton and Checky, that amount that is sold. The club is in a 500 million euros debt. In fact, League One for at the beginning of last season, every season come call League 2. Every player be a Leon team in Libya, they put them on the transfer list. Because they need money. And this money for Fanabo, I want on 17 million a couple of years ago from Ghent. Chelsea Phony believes it as a second option. Say Omuko Dortmund for us, Dortmund for Chinchin trying. They want big money for Gates, sir. On the next option by a branch friend Malik Fofana, and they've done a verbal inquiry of the boy for me now. It was clear. Chelsea Phony tried to solve the problem. Omu game because the wingers no had a lot of issues. But Rich, what were the things that I was excited about? Chelsea ball game no possession here at the end. It was something I knew last season Chelsea. Yeah. Oshia team or city low blocker obekita ball no 3-2-5 ya chire him several times and it's on a tactical board 2 center backs in the BM and now what Chelsea did was that when inverting Marco Correa in the first half played as an underlapping fullback to Noni Madueke, which is a different plan because I started with Romeo Lavia and Moises Caicedo when FIFA won him benching a branch friend Enzo Fernandez but Rich, the first thing that I was excited about. And they say Enzo Maresca being problems next season when the strikers ni me
Kofi. Where selection dilemma.
Ebe no mbuni saying. Almost say why na me egu apaso no. Obomofo na nam go apaso. Timi se odi yedin. Why? Ni me ndwudwa ye nam no. Pain.
Strikers be na okay.
Senior, just relax and enjoy.
The lap.
Me ndwudwa ye nam. Why? Relaxing in China. Like I'm saying, Rich, Nyame Aduma next season. I am very excited because now Enzo Maresca, he have problems with the selection, and you will have different threats to go into games. And we Chelsea here and as any other football fan, I'll show you in this video. And video no way from the referee view, no is a club walk up, the referee no camera bonoboso. So Nicolas Jackson go no or set up a donut from the referee's view. Rich, bono Marco Correa and Winnie, and oh boy into the path of Cole Palmer. Then Cole Palmer played it into a branch for Nicolas Jackson. Michelle, just look at how Nicolas Jackson taking first touch with the outside foot. But for me, the most important thing is 2 LA players they close it down a branch for Nicolas Jackson. Then set the control way, taking all the 2 players away from it, turning them, and then knowing that branch for the Pedro Neto is in this shadow, and then playing the pass to him. Rich, the weight of the pass, the fact that Nicolas Jackson to make born inside areas no, and then can find the pentagon shape with the 2 wingers no at top. Trying to go and attack was very, very good. For Pedro Neto in this area, I always expected him to score. This is it. And again, this is from an overhead view. Marco Correa, all Babe counter press what I say because of course, LA Galaxy for only be receiving ball essentially. Quickly, Correa and a winning ball. Then a branch friend Cole Palmer picks it up, turns around, finds Nicolas Jackson. Once Nico receives the ball, just the first touch, or the players need PR. Then finds the run of Abrantia, your friend Pedro Neto. I think that's how a strike will beat me in tight spaces. Nase Osansunya game no echo na by the 60th minute. Nico, why are they? Come and sit on the bench. Na Yenfa, the next England number 9 Emra. Liam Delap. Na Ora Park Nima. It is a little bit refreshing, given how Chelsea would want to play. And Rich, ABA today, it will sound like He just but Michelle, say who you football lover, Michelle buy stocks on the lap. To stocks name them.
Okay.
And yes, sir, your stocks ne caution now bar, we won't accept you.
Okay.
To Liam the lap stocks name temper. Rich again, the Liam the lap assist over there. Two key things. One, the relationship between Liam Delap over Kaya. Abrani yet discussing why Chelsea wants Liam Delap. No, we spoke about the fact that only some of the Chelsea players now are playing. It is wash about now. Liam Delap is operating in the shadow. Sarah coach is never friend. Outside centre back na Omar Kenono Ojinanechi. He goes the run inside shot and then peels out. Rich immediately a bench friend Liam Delap a peely peno. Kopama Nimono. And a slotted ball into the wide area for him. And then this is the video of what I'm talking about. And I would want us to restart. Kopama here. Liam Delap and they're making the run. But this time he knows Kopama Nimno about the wide area. And then the control of a branch friend Liam Delap when he receives the ball in that area. The angle no gives him a lot of momentum to close down the game and then set up a very, very good cross. Mekocho on Twitter said near Liam a very, very sensible thing to do. The fact say oh a striker na unim say space at the hasi for somebody to attack na Enzo Fernandez Enyan ra boxing but the ability to clip the ball simply into that space no for Enzo to make it 2-0 no I think was a very, very good one. It's not a match bia, but these two things for me were very, very important in terms of the Chelsea on the day.
Okay.
And later in the day, this game was a game at Omesia. Then problem for you. Train Namin Fancy, Noah Bem Senior. Omesi game we are 3 red cards. I say Namin rich and you know. Me share game no Boca Juniors any Benfica and me catch him was game with red cards, baby. So I want to put up a code and I'm share. Say game no, we will get an over 1.5 of red cards. Now it's in a song. Rich and Pampa. 3 red cards in the game. If you missed it, you missed a lot. Good football from Boca for a lot of intensity. South America for a good Florida, oh baby. But I like the fact that Benfica for fought back and it ended 2-2. Later in the night, of course, Jorginho team a friend Flamingo, SC 2-0, Vinicius Junior former team, SC Emmanuel 2-0. El Hodom. Me pacho just before the touch, wait me abem. Nya opesa okan.
Ah, okay. Nam person me kan we unzen ka Chelsea asem dem fami.
Oh boy, efa ho. Opekra chi ensemu ni nyina. Ba yetio.
Asa no pe wu dwa se ho dodo.
We nyese ho na mi dwa.
O se next season.
Me se enye match.
Onya ho kra na me.
Aye.
O se next season.
Aye.
Mu coach. Ebenya problem when it comes to selection.
Ani.
And I'm saying, my men kwahwe players be ni e kan ma se mi. Na mu Delap. And then Nicolas Jackson.
Aye.
And only selection I dali man am benya.
The exili Hoyland could be a problem on. The problem is
Lautaro Martinez.
Lautaro Martinez on
Kylian Mbappe bi
and
Delap.
Kylian
Delap.
In the lap.
Akwa no babu pupu ni.
The lap.
Kofu kasa.
Enye kasa woni po ka.
If
you say ni po kasa ni ebo no Sakura. Fact that. Na me ni ebo Sakura.
God anopeyon. So obi entie wa. No tie se de osi ha na woni ka.
Enye ha ni.
Obi kasa Premier League Madrid in advance.
Obi anka se the Premier League in advance. Obi anka.
The lap no one Nicolas Jackson bema. Enzo Maresca'S
headache. Every big headache for
Chelsea.
And just yes, tell my catchers in next season. Uti ani yikwana champions ye book any mu de na adwuma no bejai. Inti say when I want to ask area start preparing for what is about to come.
Machi.
It's supposed to bob you.
Why?
Dario Sugu be ginem guys. It's like your team e share because yet me kai say do film na Sugu abi bobi. Next match say you be Andre Santos.
I'm on for Rancheki.
Right there.
Who told you Sugu?
Rancheki with him 6 watching Sugu ana. I check your what 10 you need problem on money 10 yes you were there or honor
Mati
ti obi anya na djuma
yanko Victor na into aso
Victor na
Victor Gokaris
da oro so the team boy boy yes you my friend Madrid for pack you
agro ni manager omunye serious oni ni manager
o my friend Madrid for pack
I'm confused on in the camp no
easy rich me catch you say the fact that nobody is willing to take risks on Victor Gilchrist, who are a football fan, don't just look at the superficial numbers. There are people whose jobs These base clubs are. Now, Jumani say we use analytics to analyze these people, and these people usually go beyond just the superficial numbers. Which we told you correct numbers, on the superficial effort. But people believe that how you fit into teams to be awesome. Up to now, Arsenal fans still are leaning towards Benjamin Sesko. When he's at Manchester United, he will fit like a glove. Because at Watson, he did same with Ruben Amorim. We will see how that one is going to go. But Victor Jokeres is saying some very, very worrying power. You see Napoli 4 power, Brent TFN, Luis, Darwin Nunez, and there's also other people that want to mail on him. Madrid are preparing for almost all games. Madrid for say, and now Sergio Ramos say competition be Madrid be bobi. I know you 2 months in the team bobi, but Madrid never. I say any other day. Madrid na beji. It's rich. You fancy one and now enjoyment kakra officium, and today we are back with an quotes, intimacy. And then you have an opportunity. Prepare yourself. Wait me for pen and paper. Wait me take a screenshot. Wait me screen record it. Now and then so games are they brown officium. Why enjoy? Your picks near the brown. The first one rich 1F E8 2D 11. The other one here, 1F E8 2737. Honum, Mr. CBM. Third one here, 1F E7 AE55. And the last one, 1F E7 8319. Rich, Radio to Greens, Egui, yeah, codes and so on. On your side,
okay. When I get me can be